I invite Barrister Mashood Iqbal on behalf of the London View Chambers onto the stage to say a few words. Barrister Mashood Iqbal, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Success in any profession comes at a price, and the solicitor's profession is no exception to this undeniable truth. There are many organizations, groups, and societies of ethnic minority solicitors who come from diverse and different backgrounds. The Society of British Bangladeshi Solicitors is one such group whose solicitors, I believe, can be divided into two groups or two categories. The first category is of those solicitors who are born, raised, and educated in this country, and then they followed conventional routes to qualify as solicitors. And the second category is of those solicitors who were born, raised, and initially educated in Bangladesh, and then they came over to this country to enhance their legal qualifications with a view to qualify as solicitors and practice in this jurisdiction. Whilst nobody can understate or underestimate the struggle and achievement of the Category 1 solicitors who qualify by following conventional routes to qualification, yet at the same time, the struggle and the uphill challenges faced by those solicitors who come from overseas and establish themselves in this jurisdiction, they deserve a special mention and recognition. So these are the people who first obtain a degree in their own country, followed by a 3-year law degree or a 4-year LLB honours degree. Then they have to pass a certain period of internship in this country under the supervision of a senior advocate, and then after passing certain bar exams, some of them practice many years in Bangladesh and some of them practice for a few years, and then they come to England to pursue mainly master's degree. Then they register themselves as registered foreign lawyers with this law society, and then they pass certain transfer tests such as QLTT or QLTS. Those who come here as students, they finance their university fees from their personal savings, and in some cases help from family and friends because they do not have recourse to public funds or bank loans or student loans. They single-handedly have to meet all of their expenses, for example, paying sky-high rents for residential accommodation in London, ever-increasing cost of travelling, clothing, food, and on top, they have to meet financial needs of their spouses, their children, whether they are here in the UK or overseas, and some of them have to meet the financial needs of their family members, their parents, their siblings, etc. Plus, they have to learn a new language. They have to adapt themselves to an altogether new culture at a rapid pace, and most of all, they have to continue meeting with ever-changing, most complicated and confusing conditions of their leave to remain. So then they qualify as solicitors, and I'm sure many of you may remember having attended the prestigious ceremony in this Law Society Hall, and then many of you developed a hope that the future is bright and the road to success is smooth and broad. But a few years down the profession, you understand that the profession is so saturated, and according to the Law Society statistics, at present there are 142,349 solicitors who hold practicing certificates and 185,596 solicitors who are on the roll of solicitors. So in such a saturated profession, it's difficult for the solicitors who follow non-conventional route of qualification to make their way to Magic Circle, national, regional, or other well-reputed firms. So you then have to establish yourselves as sole practitioners or in partnership with those who are in similar position. And that's how many of you establish high street firms, having spent a lot of time, energy, effort, and money. There's a very long list of problems that solicitors like yourselves face, but the time is very limited, unfortunately, today. However, I would like to congratulate the Society of British Bangladeshi Solicitors who, in these odds, do a tremendous job to all of you and to the profession as a whole. I'm truly indebted to the Society for inviting me this evening today and for addressing you. And thank you for your patience. Thank you.